And hey there, today I'm going to give you an honest review of Hogwarts. Yes, this is the Harry Potter game that they made over there. Well, it's not really Harry Potter, it's basically Hogwarts, and you're just some random guy or girl that you pick, and then you go through the quest. So right off the bat right here, what the hell's going on? You can hear some combat in the background. Right off the bat, you can see the game looks nice and stuff like that, but it has three major red flags. Let's go over them right now. First, it's made off of books and movies, so the storyline is going to be subpar and all that kind of stuff, as you would expect from any other game that's made for movies. That's basically a cash grab type of a deal. And the second thing is it's made for consoles. And that's a red flag right there. PCs were invented a long time ago, and the mechanics on the PCs are just a lot better and stuff like that. So you're making a game based on a older technology, and that is your fundamental base value of your game is stuff that was made like in the 1990s type of thing, and nothing's really changed. You're going to get stuff like this side view, third person, and that is it. You can't zoom in, you can't zoom out. You can barely look up in this game whatsoever, and all that kind of stuff. And it's really hard to see stuff with your character right in front of this game. You can't change any of these settings right here, and then you have all the sound effects going on in the background. You can hear with the combat type thing. But that's what you get for a console-based game. You have basic functions on your controls, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a couple other buttons to block. It's not really designed for a PC. The import wasn't really good. You got the mouse wheel to change your spells and stuff like that, or you can change the functions of buttons. But you can't add all the different stuff with your spells. You have a lot of different spells you can learn with the different color codes right there. But the variety on actually placing them and actually having a nice, good, fast combat deal, it doesn't really work with the keyboards. If I could actually assign, the keys to all these different spells to some of the keys and stuff like that, it would be nice. 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10. All those buttons are not even used, and I can't really assign different functions to these things that I know of, at least. It's just not functioning. And then this game has really cheap tactics to use to actually get you to do stuff. Talent points are used to give you more actual, buttons, basically. So they use talent points to give you more buttons on your screen to have more access to your spells. It's pretty sad. And another thing, most of the stuff in this game is color coded, so you have to have these enemies will have shields with a color on it, and you have to use a spell of that color to break their shields, or you can't really hurt them. So that limits your toolbars, so you have to have one of each of these three colors on there, and then that's basically it. So you got to pick one of those, just one of each of these type of spells, or you're going to be missing out on the actual real combat and fights like that and stuff and that kind of thing. So it's I'm just trying to get it to the point that it's very limiting right there. And of course, the third thing, which is saying, is it's a mass market game made for the US. So yeah, it's very dumbed down. Like super dumbed down for this game. I would recommend this game for basically 6 to 16-year-olds, respectively for 16-year-olds. It's US, it's 16-year-olds. They might not be able to, jump on three things to solve the puzzles type of a deal, but that's the way the game is. You're going to have lots of challenges and stuff like that in this game, and all the rewards are nothing but cosmetic. So like 75% of the rewards in this game is just cosmetic crap, basically, and I mean crap, literally. It's like the same thing. Let's go check it out. So you got this gear right here, and this is like the only type of gear that looks relatively different besides the silly stuff like the stupid glasses and the stupid hats that you can get. But like most of the other stuff, like robes and stuff like that, you can go over their appearance and check it out. It's a robe with a hoodie. It's a robe without a hoodie. It's a robe with a different type of style on there with different colors. That's all they are. It's just different robes with different colors. There's nothing really different except for the one that I have right here for an example. And same thing for all the other things on here. Like you can have your neck. You can show your scarf if you want, and it's just all scarves. You can have different hats, and some of the hats can be weird and different, and like for the face mask, but there's just very few of them, and most of them are like, how many fedora hats do you need, and they're not even organized properly, as you can see here, basically. But yeah, you can go with the silly pumpkin head if you want to be that like that, or just something like that. It doesn't matter. And another thing, look at all the wand handles. Like, do you really care about different styles on your wand handle that you can't even really see in the game when you're playing it? And let's go over some of the other functions in this game while we're in this screen right now. It's also very slow to get into these things. And then what do you have in this game? Like offense and defense. You have 6 pieces of gear. You can actually just upgrade and enchant a little bit. But yeah, your inventory space on your gear is limited. I think you start at 20, which is not enough to do anything with. You have to go back and forth to towns to sell it all, or just destroy to pick up anything else. And the only thing you're going to pick up from chest is gear or gold. Very basic, very limited, just as basic as an offense, defense, and health for your stats. It's not in depth at all. You're not going to get any a thing off there. And then the talent points that you eventually unlock way later. Basically, it takes too long to unlock any talent points, and they're all basically increase your spells or your potions. Basically, that's all they do. is increase your spell's value type thing, and there's no trees involved. It's just level limit. So your level whatever level 22, you can get the best stuff unlocked, basically. And it just enhances your spells and make them multi-target, and you just pick and choose what you want. And it's not really much of a choice. You basically have to pick everything as stealth if you want to have any fun at all, type of a thing. And the collections in this game, everything is all about collections. Like, look at all the stuff in collections. There's hardly anything for the inventory and gear, but everything is based on collections, and it's just basically all cosmetic for your stuff. Same for the challenges. There's like 2 challenges that actually do something. One increases your ancient magic. You got to go out and explore and find that stuff. And then the other one is like, the combat right here, where you unlock some runes you're never going to use. Why would you use a specific rune on your gear that you upgrade for one type of enemy when you can have something that does extra damage to everything for your spells? So it's not going to be it's not very valuable to have it. And then still some cosmetic stuff in there. And then the other one is increase your inventory space type of a deal, right there. And yeah, this is really slow going through here. In the inventory right here, you can actually collect beasts in there, which is kind of interesting, and have a little place to put them all and breed them and stuff like that. And you can actually sell them or release them, but that is it. They're all worth 120 gold, basically. So everything is worth 120 that you can sell off here if you want. But all your inventory stuff that you need to enchant your stuff in this game and make potions you can't sell it at all. You can't sell it. You can't do anything with it. It doesn't take inventory space. Nothing takes inventory space except for your gear. Why do they even bother having gear for inventory? Oh no, just because they have to put challenges on there to increase it, basically, and you have something to do. That is how sad it is, basically, for in-depth value in this game. The other thing is the map is pretty sad overall together. For a good game with good graphics, this is the best they could do for graphics for a map, which is nothing. The functionality, it shows you all the things on there at least, so it's got the bare minimums, which is pretty nice. Bare minimums, and anybody can follow, so you can tell where everything is on here, which section of the map has what on it, and then you can zoom in there and make some waypoints type thing for yourself. Like if I wanted to pick up this quest, whatever, or go to a fast travel point, or wherever I'm going to go. You can fast travel over the place. That's those green things in there, and every time you go to them, they're going to talk. They're going to say like 2 different things all the time. And it just gets really annoying. So everything in this game, all the talking back and forth, is just repetitive as hell. And of course the rewards are so simple and easily done. It's going to be very patronizing for anybody that actually can jump 3 times, basically. Because I saw that puzzle and I was like, what the hell? I jump on 3 blocks and I solve a puzzle, and I just wasted my time on that. But you have lots of this stuff right here. At least, it covers the basic. The map in Hogwarts is basically crap too. But let's go back to the gameplay here and do a little bit here. So this is what you can basically do: run around. You can jump and stuff like that. You can't kill like stuff like the wildlife. It doesn't do anything. Like that. Let's see what this troll is going to do. It does 2 things. It will throw a rock at me. I dodged it. I was going to block it, but there are different spots. We'll dodge that, and he'll do the second attack. I could have blocked that one. There's 2 different colors on this for this game for blocking and stuff like that. It's the red where you got to dodge, and if you don't dodge, you're going to take some damage, type of thing. Even though he got stunned by doing it. Yeah, as you can see, I don't take the combat too seriously. And then you can block it and then do your counter attack by holding a button down. So if I wanted to actually do combat and kill him, I can just, mind control him. And then if you have that later on, then you can go invisible and stealth and then come up behind him. And then it even shows you how much damage you can do to him. And then since, he's mind controlled, I can just do it again. And then even if you're weak, you can just do this like 5-6 times until he dies. So a one-on-one fight, as soon as you get that that mind control spell, it just becomes too easy. And there's your searching function right there. Nothing in this game is going to be perfect graphic-wise. You have to use this spell to do all the time. Like you can pick up your little materials right there, and then you can't pick up this one here because it's under the ground. So it's not perfect for that type of thing. And even other graphics in here is not perfect because you got rocks floating in mid-air type of a deal. It's basically it's a mass market game. They did everything as cheaply and fast as possible, and they don't really go through there and stuff like that. That's why it's still like third person and stuff like that. And you can't really see anything in this game for the loot and stuff like that, so you have to keep using the spell over and over again, which is really annoying. And it's, he keeps talking every time he does it and stuff like that. And the mounts in this game, let's go over the basic disappointments in this game that I felt is noteworthy right here. And that is the water. And then the swimming. There is none. You have in the movies and the books, you can go underwater and breathe underwater and search for all the merfolk and all that kind of stuff and all that interesting stuff they did underwater. There is none of that in this game. If you want to find something in the water, there's a little swirling pool. You press a button, your character dives down and pops up with the loot, and then that is it. That is your underwater experience in this game. Hugely disappointing that I found altogether. It's just, that's just really cheaps it out. And the next thing I found was pretty bad was the mounts in this game. So you get the broom. You can't look up and down, but it is handy to get. And the broom is like probably the best one to get overall, because at least you can get off of it nice and fast. The other mounts in this game are there, and that is it. You get the land mount, this big guy right here, at the end of the game. At the end of the game is when you get this guy, and that's it. And of course, it's a land mount. So what are you going to do? You already can fly around and you explored the whole map, so now you have a land mount. You know, you can't break trees, you can't kill any objects, you can kill bad guys and stuff like that. But yeah, going around in third person on a mount like this, it's just not even enjoyable if you can't zoom out a little bit farther. But, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, you can use it for combats if you want, but, you know, you're at the end of the game. Like, you know, you don't need to kill stuff anymore. And anything you do is just for, like, you know, collection value. And you can't even enjoy the combat. You can't even see these guys getting stomped because of the bad views they have on here. But yeah, this is hard to kill these guys even though it's doing 1,000 damage. But yeah, that is the mount combat here. Let's get off of this guy and just finish these guys off in a real way right here. Let's curse them type of thing and kill them all. Instant death spell. There we go. Oh, that guy didn't die. Oh, he's got 1 hit point. Now he's dead. There you go. So combat is, you know, I mean, I'm not even good at combat, and that was like easy to do for me. But yeah, let's go over to the mounts. The mounts are cookie cutter. You get them guaranteed on your quests, and you can't change a mount. I was like, oh man, I've got mounts. I can go and tame unicorns. I can go and tame the griffins. I can tame whatever these guys are called. And the terrestrials. I can go and tame them. But you can't do it. You don't get them. You get these things. And actually, this one here, I think, is the $30 extra pack, which is totally not worth it. I would never buy this. Nobody should buy this. Like, if any game that has an extra add-on for money, and all you get is a mount, and a little arena, and that arena is cheap as hell. Basically, you can pick these things. And you can't, you can breed your animals. You can find new ones, but you can't assign these things. There's no assignment value on your mounts, so you can't pick whatever mount that you want to use in this game. You have different broom colors. You can buy up there if you want to get different brooms. But yeah, whoop-de-doo-da-day. It's a different broom. Like it's hardly worth any type of thought process to even bother changing them up and stuff like that. The only thing that matters on those things is the upgrades, type of a thing. So yeah, the mounts they're slow to get on, and they don't really have much of a function, and you can't change them. I really would have liked to see I can tame my own beast and then breed them. The beasts don't even grow up, which is pretty sad overall. That you're going to find out. And lots of these challenges just involve popping balloons and stuff like that, landing on a landing pad, and you've done your challenge. But at least you can go on the broom and you can still collect stuff instead of actually landing, and you can actually keep casting your spell to see where everything is. So there is some good things. The graphics are good. This game would only be something to do for kids, basically. So that's why I'm gonna give this game, like, if I'm gonna do that part right now. This game is basically a 4 out of 10 for its value on its play. You got like 45 minutes of game time type of a deal going on right there on average. If you want to search everything out, it's just basically good for kids to fly around and play and do something very easy and simple to do. But if you're going to be anybody older that wants to play this game, like, and try it out, you're not going to get much value on it. You're going to get a whole bunch of congratulations, like, good job for like doing basic stuff, and it's going to be patronizing and annoying for all the verbal stuff that you can't turn off. So they have the stupid sounds and all that kind of stuff that happens, and you can't adjust it in your sound. You can't turn off the dialogue, the repeating dialogue. You're going to have to mod it up. The lock picking in this game is atrocious. It is, oh my god, it is so bad. You go to the lock, you have to be able to unlock it and have to spell for it, but when you do it, it is just move some things around and then in a circle. So it's 2 objects, you move in a circle until you come to the point where it unlocks. It is pointless. It is so easy. Like, why a monkey can do it? Why would they even bother having that? It's so, if it's, have something a little bit challenging or nothing at all, and just use your spell to unlock it instead of wasting your time going around in circles. You move a little thing in a circle until that unlocks. It's just a time waster. Everything in this game is time wasting. The loading screens and stuff like that. That's why I'm not doing them, because going through the loading screens is just going to go and waste a lot of time in this game whatsoever. So yeah, that's what you're going to be basically getting in this game. So let's go check out, that's, the graphics and the, you can actually do stuff with some of the good things. It's really slow coming in here, and you got the quest and the maps I covered. And yeah, that's basically it. Let's go check out the Hogwarts map right there. The worst map ever, basically. I think they took all the ideas and they picked the worst one. So this is the map of Hogwarts. This is what they came up with in 2020, 23 type thing. This is their map. This is like I don't know what it is. It's a picture basically you can scroll around with. You can't do anything besides like this. And this is a very confusing place, and lots of stuff on there. You click on a flag, and these are fast travel points. Like, you know, there is nothing indicating pathways and stuff like that. It's just a horrible thing to do for a map. Very, very bad. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Oops, I didn't zoom out properly. Yay. Take some time. Go back up here. Come on. There we go. Wanted to get to here. This is your little secret room that you unlock. This is your little base. Let's go there and check it out, because this is the only one of the interesting things you can do that was well done. That's why it gets a 4 out of 10. You know, it's not like, you know, I'm giving it a 1 out of 10 because it's utter crap waste of time. It's not. It's something to do, but you're not going to get much value out of your time with it. It's just, you know, is something to do. So you got your little room right here. You start off with, you get extra rooms, and the room down here expands at the end of the game. So I'm not going to go down there because I got an expansion sequence that's going to take, you know, 2 minutes to go through that you can't skip, a type of thing. As that room expands, it gets bigger for, you know, just cosmetic reasons, I guess. But those are all my plants. You get lots of room and ability to grow your herbs and stuff like that for your potions, and lots of potion tables, as you can see right here. Lots of potions, and you have a limited, you know, inventory space right there. And then there's your enchantment thing right there. You can get and identify items, you know, some free potions you can pick up at any time. And then this, you know, this place, yeah, every time you pick up a potion, yeah, thank you for all the talking you do. I can't turn off. But yeah, this 4 rooms will open up eventually, and each of these rooms will have, you know, ability to actually put your tamed creatures in. So you just, you know, easily catch creatures in this game. It's not hard. You just smack them around. Where's my value right there? Yeah, you just use you can just stealth up to them and then use the smack smell, and then they smack them around, just pause them basically, and catch them and put them in a bag. So now he's in the bag type thing. Well, they take a couple times. They take a couple presses of F type thing. But let's go put that guy back in here. What is this? Yeah, go back in there. So, but the limiting thing I found in here is you can only have 12 beasts in 4 species. I don't get the 4 species. I don't like that. It's like, why only 4 species? Who came up with this? I don't know. I would, you know, like to stick, you know, maybe 2 of everything in there, or 1 of everything in there to collect the materials off of them. And as you can see, they have a little they eat, and then you got to pet them basically, or you know, brush their hair type thing, and then they'll give you the materials. Then you come back in like 10-15 minutes to get the rewards. And then there's, you know, the little breeding pens right here. You can stick on here and breed them, but of course I have no room to breed them right now for these guys here. But that's how you collect the materials in this game. You have this little area right here, and this is it. You see the cliff face right there? That's basically the edge. The forest is the edge, and that is the edge for your little room right here. And you get more of these rooms basically, and you go around and you have to give them toys, and the babies have nothing. They don't grow up. They just give you materials like everything else, and they don't do anything as of yet in this game. Maybe they're going to patch and maybe have something going on with it, but it's just really not worth bothering and worrying about. It's just if you don't want to catch more than 2 and worry about that, but it's not really hard to go and find more. It's for more of like the rare beasts, like the grapthorn at the end, if you want to capture more of those and breed them, that type of thing. But yeah, back and forth into your thing right here, and you have lots of ability to build stuff and you know, pick your decorations and stuff like that in this game with the materials. So that shows you basically the whole game basically right there, and all the stuff besides teleporting around and all over the map and doing your quests and stuff like that. So there's your side quest, and main quest will pop up here. Once you're done, you keep playing it after the end of the game. The end of the game is as dumb as you would think it would be. You get choices, 3 choices that don't make sense, and none of them you'd actually pick, and they don't matter. So that's you know, my spoiler right there. Your choices at the end of the game don't matter. You're going to do a fight which is scripted to basically use every spell in the game, every color spell basically in the game. So you're going to have to make your spell bar up with the different colors, and then you're just going to hit break the different shields, you know, wow, for the fight type thing as you fight this big boss guy type of a deal. But yeah, that's the game, and this is what you're going to get for it. It's just basically a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 for younger audiences, you know, those 6-year-olds and stuff like that, 6 to 10-year-olds that might want to play that. I think if you're older than 10, you might start finding it patronizing for the rewards and a little repetitive, and you might get bored of it a little bit faster. But if you know, it's just, you know, a nice graphics, easy to do, easy to play game that you can go through there. But I would never spend that extra money on that arena. It's just 5 rounds of waves of fights that can be kind of hard to do. But since I suck at this, and I have to use my mouse wheel to go around and to get the controls going, which I can't do because it just slides too fast. So I don't even have fine control over my spells, and it was easy to do. And then, well, they only give you like the 4 spells anyways, so there was none of that anyways. And you can use your potions up like that, which is just basic potions and plants and stuff like that, and your inventories like that. Just that simple is basically what it is. It's simple, easy to do. But anyways, Hope you enjoyed this honest review, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.